Hello and welcome to Casual Leaves. I am doing a very quick update for the month of Feb. This update is also because we are entering into spring, though I don't really experience spring otherwise, but I am noticing some new growth on some of my plants. So I think it'll be a right time to document that and take you through it. So let's get into it. Alright, so here we are. Just gonna take you through my plant shelf, and there are some updates which I definitely want to document, and there are some new plants in here, but I'm not yet going to introduce them to you, so I'm going to skip certain parts of the shelf for that reason. Anyway, we'll start with the first one, which is my Hoya Hindu rope. There has been a lot of growth which has been happening since a couple of days. I do want to show this part here. That little thing we see is the beginning of a new leaf, and this new leaf has come in the last few days. And what I noticed, and the reason why I want to take you through this, is because once this starts growing, it's very fast, and that's a sign of spring, I do believe, because earlier it didn't give me any new leaves at all, but this entire portion is a new set of growth. So I'm really happy, and to see that little shoot there, very cool, very nice progress for the plant. Even the roots are doing really well. I had shown these roots when I transferred this into a new soil mix in this transparent container. So happy to see the roots, and so happy that we can track the progress. Oh yes, there was a little mushroom here as well which had come up. So that's pretty cute and pretty cool, which means the soil is doing well. This spot is also really working out for it. Over here, I have been spraying the Hindu rope with NPK spray, like a very mild diluted spray, and I try to make sure it doesn't touch the plants here, because Hindu rope at times does hold pests in all the curly leaves. So just trying to make sure it is not touching my melanochrysum here, which can be the next plant we talk about. So melanochrysum is fine. This is the way it came to me. It wasn't really doing anything, and that's why I labeled it now as a slow grower. But this new leaf that you can see in a moment is the update right now. Let me try and just focus this. So yeah, that little leaf which is trying to pop out is the latest update. I could see the tip of this coming out since a very long time, but nothing was happening, and finally now in the last 1-2 days I can see that it's making an effort to push itself out. So that's pretty cool. Very happy with that. And while we're talking about philodendron melanochrysum, might as well talk about philodendron splendid. This had given me a new leaf. So there was a new leaf here, but it got stuck in itself and it actually died off before it could unfurl. It was one of the most beautiful leaves, but I lost it. But there's another one on its way, as we can see. That part, I'll just try to get it here, and yeah, so there is a new leaf on the way, and these are the leaves with which the plant had come. So nothing really exciting right now, but that's how it is. Just gonna wait for that growth to unfurl, and I will soon be adding a moss pull as well into this. I really like the pink pot there. It really looks cool. Very nice color combinations with the green of the splendid and the baby pink of the IKEA planter there. Next in the update is my philodendron mame. Just gonna show this brand new leaf which is trying to unfurl right here. It's really pretty. It's gonna be quite a long one actually, so really looking forward to that one. And this was the last leaf. I had shown this when I got the plant and it had just unfurled. I think I will have to chop this leaf off. It's just kind of bent very weirdly over here, so just gonna do that. It's in my aeroid mix. It has some water right now, so no watering required. This leaf is on its way out, so I'll chop it off soon. and I don't know if there is some separate growth thing happening here in this stem or no. I'm not really sure, so I don't know if I just have a single shooter or what. I can't really make out, but really happy with this, really happy with this leaf trying to come up here. And after this leaf unfurls, I will be putting up more spool, most probably. I'll just keep this back in the spot. So this new leaf is almost like about to touch the shelf above, but for now it stays there. This is my asparagus fern. This one is also kind of doing fine. It lost a few leaves, stems, if I can call them, after I changed its pot. I repotted it, I changed the soil mix. It came in red soil, but I've put it in an aeroid soil mix. Looks really great. I love the fine leaves. The patterns are just so pretty. They look like snowflakes, don't they? So very pretty. Honestly, I don't want to keep it here in the shelf because it doesn't get the spotlight it deserves. But I'm just letting it acclimatize after changing its soil. So I'm just giving it a few more days, and after that I can probably place it elsewhere in the house. The next one is for Monstera deliciosa. This plant has taken so long now to push out the leaf it was working on, and I'm so excited that it's finally decided to come out. Let me just try and focus it. Yeah, that's the new leaf. Let me see if I can get my hand in there. So yeah, that's the leaf we're working with. It has just started popping out. It was kind of stuck in the stem, so I tried a bit, very little help there, but mostly did it on its own. So waiting for that leaf to unfold. Last time around I had a tough time with this leaf because of the lighting condition and the wind draft on it, and that kind of spoiled the leaf, but I'm hoping this time it's gonna do well. The most important one is my Aloca black velvet. Let me try and remove this to show you better. So this had come down to nothing. This plant had literally no leaf, and I was really afraid because this is my original black velvet, which was at one point having 9 leaves, went down to nothing many times. It was struggling a lot, and I changed its soil mix, which is really helping. And I want to show the roots as well. They're doing really well. Very satisfying roots. Look at this. In fact, just gonna take it in some natural light for you to see. Just love the roots. They are really healthy. It's all around, and it's doing well. I'm wondering if it's working on a new leaf yet or not, but time will tell. Until then, really happy with the way this leaf has turned out. Pretty cool. Love the colors. Favorite alocasia of all time. Next is my alocasia silver dragon. There is this new leaf, but for some reason it's got these shaded patterns on it. Not really sure why so and why the small size. Same as with the leaf here, the new leaf, if you can see. It's got that same shaded pattern thing. So I don't know how long it's gonna take for it to harden up and kind of get this silvery look on it. So really waiting for that. Next is my Idora Tetrasperma. I've spoken about this plant in I think one of the recent videos and how it has been struggling to push out any new growth at all. But there's something happening here, though not really happy with the leaves here, the size. These are like juvenile kind of leaves. So don't know what's the matter. This plant just fails to grow leaves on me. If you have any suggestions, please do mention them to me. There is this other plant here, the second one, no growth whatsoever. I tried to check this spot here, felt there could be something, but I think it's already drying up. and this bit is just pushing very tiny leaves. So I don't know what is to be done. Do I completely chop it off? I don't know. Though it's got good roots, it's got really nice rooting system, but no new growth. See the roots here. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's got really nice healthy green roots. So that's about this guy. Just want to show my Monstera adansonii. I had recently repotted this in the middle of the night because it was having yellow leaves, and it still continues to have some yellowing leaves, but overall is fine. I believe it's got good roots, so just gonna wait and watch. Maybe it is still adjusting to the new soil mix and things like those. Not sure about why the yellowing is still continuing. So yeah, that's all on this one. There is new growth for sure, like there are new growth points here, but again they look quite already small and damaged, or something is an issue. But I've already checked the roots. I had repotted it, I checked the roots, it was fine. So I think I'll just let it adjust for a while in this new soil mix and then take a call. Next is my holiday cactus. I had shown a picture of this with the bloom on it. There were a couple of other blooms, but they completely just fell off before even blooming, unfurling. It's got all the white spots from sulfur treatment from the cellar, I believe, but it's been pushing out some new growth. I'll show that to you. Yeah, so that's the new growth. This entire stem, that has been the new growth. There is some new growth here as well. Smaller growth points. There's something coming here. This one's a newer stem. That is there. So just waiting, just trying to let it have a good spot basically. So this one seems to be the right spot so far. Next is my Syngonium mandelandii. It's been pushing out new leaves. This one here, it's doing fine. It fell yesterday. The whole plant fell down. So just hoping that nothing got damaged. Looks beautiful though. Looks nice. The silvery striking leaves are my favorite part about these. So I've kind of given it this spot which is under the shade of the Monstera leaves, so it likes it here, I believe. Then I have some updates in the other room with my Anthurium crystallinum. This is now the biggest ever leaf. This is the largest leaf this plant has ever given to me, and I'm trying to not sound too excited because I speak about this plant a lot anyway, but I think it deserves it. So this leaf came with a little tiny hole here, but that's totally fine. There was no accident or nothing. It just came that way and I accept it the way it is. So that, and look at this leaf behind, look at this leaf here. So this one has to be more than a feet long, and the plant is really happy. It's pushing out a new bloom right here, if you can see. So there's a new bloom on the way, and I've added this support system here because the leaves were drooping down. So it feels good now with the leaf being more upright. Coming to Alocasia Jacqueline, there is a new leaf on way here, so waiting for that one to unfold. It's like really pretty, but I have a feeling that it's lacking humidity levels it would desire. It's not really getting that right now, but I keep spraying for that reason. So I'm hoping that it maintains that. And let's just take a look at the other leaves. Really pretty. This one finally didn't unfurl properly. Last time when I showed it, it was struggling to unfurl and it did not unfurl then. That's okay. My begonia maculata is here. I've shifted it next to the window for more light if that is what it needed. Just trying to see. There's new growth, a couple of leaves, but like I mentioned in one of my shorts that the new leaves just fall off. And then I have my Perezzo Verde, and this is the latest leaf. I need to maybe pull this plant out so I can show you better. Yep, so this is the newest leaf, and I just love the variegation. And look at the size of the leaf. This is the longest leaf on the entire plant right now. Like, this used to be the biggest leaf before, but now we have this, and I think it is still kind of growing to its potential, so really happy. And another leaf is already on the way, and there is a smaller new leaf on this side. It's still unfolding. In fact, it just unfolded, I believe, last night, sort of, so just waiting for it to take its shape and colors. There's a new leaf on way there as well. So the good thing about this plant right now is that it's pushing out 2 new leaves at the same time, so that's pretty cool. The very last update is on my Thai constellation. This is a new leaf. It looks a bit weird right now, but I'm hoping once it unfurls, it will get the right texture like this one. And it's a very slow grower for me. Of course, it has been struggling with thrips, but I think it's better now than before the whole thrip situation. And this was the second plant which I had, and this the leaf on the left is a new leaf which came under my care. Even that is taking a lot of time to kind of settle down and become thicker and sturdier. There was a new leaf on the way which I, by mistake, while watering, I broke it. So that's an update. But let me change the camera first. But yes, so there's a new leaf coming. So this little broken stem is what I broke by mistake while watering the plant and doing the neem spray solution for thrips. And I was really sad about that, but very happy to see a new growth coming in here. Just gonna be very delicate with the plant, don't it to damage more. But yeah, so that's the update on Thaicon. I do want to give an update on my philodendron micans, which is going all the way down to the floor. So this is where we are at the bottommost shelf on the top of the from the top of the bookshelf. That's pretty cool. Enjoy pothos, doing fine. I think I need to water it though. It is coming all the way down here. So that's half the length of the bookshelf. When they came, I think they were just till the first shelf. Now they're all the way down through. So those were all the updates that I had for today. I thought it would be a good time to record the journey of the plants. And yeah, it was a very quick one. And if you watched it till here, thank you so much. I will see you next time. Bye.